Let's carry out my accredited therapy technique, a Serenity Care Ask, on the fear of intrusive thoughts. Okay, so it's a 3-step subconscious rewiring technique. So up here we put the issue. So here we would put what this person wants to work on. She says, I don't like my intrusive thoughts. Okay, so that would be the issue or the thought pattern. Okay, so we've got the issue or the thought pattern up there, or the problem. And then we want to align 3 emotions that this problem makes you feel. Well, this makes me feel anxious. My intrusive thoughts make me feel anxious. I feel frustrated because I don't know how to stop them, 10 out of 10. And I might feel powerless. Okay, 10 out of 10. So we have the issue or the problem or the thought pattern, and these are the emotions attached to it. Okay, so now we go into step 1, commitment. How high is my commitment, my willingness and my intention to do this technique and get to a solution? Well, it's a 10. We want a high commitment. When we have a high commitment, our mind will open to the solution. Okay, so truth. What is the truth of my picked up habits here? Well, along the path of my life, I've picked up the habit of creating intrusive thoughts. Something has happened for me at some point in my life whereby I've picked up the habit of creating intrusive thoughts, maybe from some kind of trauma. What's another habit? Well, I'm scared of my thoughts. I don't like these thoughts. I'm scared of them. So that would be another habit, scared of my thoughts. Third habit, maybe I'm believing these thoughts. Maybe I'm believing these thoughts, okay? And in any habit or learned behavior, there is a payoff, a subconscious payoff. So a tiny high and then a massive crash, especially if it's a habit that is not serving us. So I create intrusive thoughts because it feels familiar. I've been doing it for a while. It's a subconscious familiar payoff. I'm scared of my thoughts. It feels normal, easy for me to be scared of my thoughts. I believe my thoughts. It's easy for me to believe my thoughts. So now we have the 3 payoffs for the 3 habits, okay? And then what we want to do is a plan. If we picked up the habit along the path of our life, we can put down that habit and pick up the opposite habit. So the plan is the opposite habit. If I've been creating intrusive thoughts, then I can now start to create peaceful thoughts. We create new thoughts. We can do new affirmations, new mantras. We can create new thoughts. Instead of being scared of my thoughts, I can feel, peaceful about my thoughts, bringing peace to my thoughts. It's the judgment of the intrusive thoughts that make you feel so anxious. So instead of being scared of my thoughts, thoughts are just a piece of energy. They're not even tangible. They're just an idea, an opinion, a belief, a story. I'm going to bring peace to my thoughts instead of being scared of them. Instead of bringing fear to them, I'm going to bring peace, awareness, love to my thoughts. Third, instead of believing my thoughts, maybe questioning my thoughts. Are they actually true? Questioning my thoughts and turning them around, turning them into the opposite. Okay, so now we have 3 new habits. Now, this is the part of the technique that is important. What we want to do is look at these 3 habits and we ask ourselves, how do I feel about these 3 habits? And most people will say, I don't like these 3 habits. I don't like them. I don't like them. I judge them. I judge them. Here we want to have compassion for these thoughts and payoff, compassion for these habits and payoffs, compassion, forgiveness, peace. I have compassion that I picked up the habit of creating intrusive thoughts. I have compassion that I'm scared of my thoughts. I have compassion for the habit of believing my thoughts. I forgive myself. I'm at peace with these patterns, these behaviors, these habits. I'm just doing them for subconscious payoff. So here you want to be at peace with, forgiving of, compassionate that somewhere along the path of your life you've picked up these habits for subconscious payoffs. So here you want to forgive, okay? And then we want to go into the motivation to create these 3 new habits. Creating peaceful thoughts. How can I work on that? How can I, instead of judging my thoughts and being scared of them, how can I start to have compassion and peace and forgiveness for my thoughts? How can I start to question the validity of those thoughts? They're just stories. Okay, so that's the plan. And it takes 23 to 66 days to wire in new neural pathways. We want to practice these 3 new habits over and over and over until they become new picked up habits. And here we want to look at the growth. What is this teaching me? It's teaching me to heal my trauma. You know, it's teaching me to have self-love. It's teaching me to have faith over fear. Faith versus fear. Okay, and here on step 3, you want to say, well, how grateful am I for this growth? I'm grateful that this issue is teaching me to heal my trauma. I'm grateful that this issue is teaching me to be more self-loving. I'm grateful that this issue is teaching me to have more faith. I'm grateful that this issue is helping me cleanse my mind. So the lotus comes from the mud. We want to be grateful for the pain because it has taught us to grow. We want to be grateful for our suffering because there's always life lessons. So now we have forgiveness for the habits and the payoffs. We have a motivation to create a new plan of these 3 new habits, and we have gratitude for the growth. And now we go check up here. How anxious do I feel now? Well, it's a 0. Frustrated? I don't feel frustrated. I don't feel powerless because I know exactly what to do. Forgive the past, motivation for the new, grateful for the learning. Okay, so that's the ASK technique. It is accredited via the ICF. In the bio, you can get a self-study course, or you can book a session with me or one of my team, or you can actually learn the technique under me if you're a therapist or a coach. Okay, hope this video helps you guys, and I will see you soon. Take care.